Okay.
Celebrity, true or false?
You can't handle the truth.
All right, there we go. Eugenio Derbez is here on the Rich Eisen Show.
You can call me Gene.
Gene, okay.
Gene, yeah.
Gene is here. Okay. True or false? You started acting at just 12 years old on a telenovela in Mexico. Is that true or false?
What do you think?
I'm going to say it's true.
It's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
12 years old.
12 years old. Because my mom was a soap opera actress.
Mm-hmm.
She was like the queen of telenovelas. So every time I had a day off at school, I wanted to go there with to her where she was shooting, and I was always asking her, "Can I be like a part of a whatever in the line, an extra in any place?"
Yes.
So I started acting really young.
And what did you play as a 12-year-old on this program?
That role when I was 12, for some reason they were looking for a kid. And I looked very similar to the guy who was playing the older. I don't know. I don't even remember the story.
His son or something like
but
that?
they were like, "Hey, wait!" They told my mom, "Hey, wait! Your son looks pretty much like the actor. So can we use him?" And I was like, "Yes, please." And I ended up in that telenovela when I was 12 years old.
Okay, very good. So that's true. A second one up for you. True or false? You hold the record for the highest rating for a non-episodic TV program in the history of Mexican television. Is that true or false? Was that true? Is it true?
What do you think?
I can't put anything past you. If you think I can get a point off Carlos Alcaraz, I'll say this is true.
True.
It is true.
Yes.
Which show is this?
It's a show called Al Derecho y Al Derbez. I'm playing with my last name.
Okay.
And it's a comedy show, like a sketch show, like Saturday Night Live, kind of.
Okay.
And I broke all the records in television. I don't even remember the year, but I had a huge 41 points of rating back then.
Is there a competition within your household, I should ask, about, ratings in television history, anything like sort of thing? Because if your mom started, it was as big as she is.
That's a good question. Okay. I mean, she passed away already, but her telenovelas would stop the entire country. So I'm not sure. I never asked her about the ratings of her telenovelas, but I'm sure probably she might beat me because she was huge.
That's how big.
And back then, people, they just watch open TV, so there were not a lot of options. So probably she might win.
Okay, Gene, number 3 on this list, CODA. What a beautiful film.
Yeah.
Academy Award winner. The budget for CODA was so small, you bought your in the independent film, you bought your own wardrobe for your scenes. Is that true or false?
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. But it was because when we were designing the character, the director, Sean Heather, she was telling me, I think you should have a story where you probably were a rock star in Latin America.
Yes. And
we don't see this in the story. But to build my character, she was telling me, imagine that you were a big, like a Paul McCartney, but in Latin America. And then you try to do the crossover to the US and you fail. So you get depressed and you decide to retire from music. And now you're teaching in a small school in Boston. So I wanted to be like a rock star, kind of. And when I asked the wardrobe lady, hey, do you have something more like different? And she was like, no, we didn't have budget for that. And I was like, okay, I'll buy my own stuff. And I bought my own stuff.
And that's what you wore in the film.
What you see, I wore my own wardrobe. Yeah.
Did you know when you were shooting that this had Oscar dust on it at all?
Not at all. Not at all.
Kidding.
No, actually, I mean, I could have asked for a producer credit. If I'm putting my own wardrobe, I should have asked. And now I would have won an Oscar.
You could have gone up on the stage.
I know.
Right, which I'm sure you did anyway. But I mean, what a beautiful night that must have been for you, right?
It was amazing. I mean, we never expected to win because we were competing against a lot of big movies with big names. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Meryl Streep, Jared Leto, many big names that year especially. Will Smith. That was the year of the slap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you in the... were
I was there.
Okay. And,
I saw it firsthand.
And
It was.
what are you thinking?
It was crazy because I remember we all, the entire theater, same as probably in the audience in their homes, we thought it was planned. It was a joke, but after it happened, and everyone was laughing, and then he started saying crazy stuff, and everyone was like, wait, is this real or not? And then they went to commercials, and then we saw Denzel Washington approaching Will Smith and taking him to another corner. And then someone that was around there, he told us that they were discussing, he was telling Will, you know what, you should go and apologize because there's no way that a guy like you slap another comedian in front of the entire world. And they were and that's when we realized it was real.
When Denzel Washington approaches Will Smith. That's
During
when
a commercial break. And then the gossiping was like all around, and people was texting me, not about CODA, but about the slap.
Wow.
So it was a great ceremony, but it was a little bit like shadowed by the slap. So
how about that?
Yeah.
A few minutes left for you, Gene Derbez.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. A few more for you. For the movie Dora and the Lost City of Gold, you literally had to hold your breath for 2 minutes under the water for a scene in that film.
Yes, true.
And are you equipped as a swimmer for such a thing?
No. They trained us like for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And I never expected, because I couldn't hold my breath more than 40 seconds, and that's a lot. So there's no way I can do that. And then they said, well, we're going to train you. And I was like, we can train whatever you want, but I'm not going to get it.
Right.
And after 2 weeks of training us, we all the actors, we got more than 2 minutes underwater. It was incredible because the training is more mental than physical. It's more in your head.
Of course. Yeah.
So they explain to you what's going on in your body, what are you going to feel, everything. And it's very, very interesting. And now I'm teaching all my friends because they know the story, and they are, now teach me, I want to hold my breath for 2 minutes. So there's a very interesting technique.
Okay. I did not know any of that. Two more. Last year, true or false, you scored 19% in a poll for the presidential race in Mexico.
True.
Wow.
1/5 of the electorate wanted you to run the country.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What did you think of when you heard that?
Ego. Ego's a big thing because they immediately were like, wow, I can be president.
Mm-hmm.
Probably I should run for president. Mm-hmm. But then after talking with my family, because there was a big chance, a lot of people, political parties approached to me because they wanted to see if I was able to run for president. And but then I decided that it's not good. I'm a comedian. I'm a funny guy. I don't want to get involved in all those.
So is the president of Ukraine at one point.
I know. Someone told me that, and I was like, that's why it was more like taking it like as a serious thing.
Yeah, because you never know.
Yeah, but I'm not good at it. I'm just...
You're just an actor and a comedian.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one for you. True or... This one, I saw this. I can't wait to get the answer here. True or false? You are the voice for Jim Carrey and Eddie Murphy when their movies are dubbed for Latin American releases. Is that true?
That's true.
Wow.
How did this come about?
If you have a DVD of Shrek, for example...
Sure.
I'm Donkey's voice in Spanish for all Latin America. And for some reason, they allowed me, and this was first time ever, they allowed me to adapt the script into the Mexican culture.
Okay.
So the script in Spanish is kind of different. It respects the core, but I adapted all the jokes to the Mexican culture. And well, not the Mexican, because I knew it was for all Latin America. Let's say for the Latin culture in general. So it was very successful because it felt like original. And for some reason, I feel like the donkey, it's more Mexican than American. So
The burro?
El burro. And until today, a lot of people are constantly asking me, can you record a message for my kid with the donkey's voice? So as y así es como habla el burro de Shrek en español. That's how I speak in Spanish.
And what about Jim Carrey? How does he sound?
Well, Jim Carrey, I just did Yes Man. Just
That's
one movie.
Yes Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for some reason, I've been doing dubbing Eddie Murphy in a lot of films, not just Shrek, but Dr. Dolittle, Mushu. I'm Mushu for Mulan. Mulan in Spanish. So I'm basically Eddie Murphy's voice in Spanish.
Have you met Eddie? Have you ever come cross paths with him? Never once?
Yes, once.
Uh-oh. Did I just step on something here? I don't know.
I met him in Cannes.
Okay.
At Cannes, at the Cannes Film Festival in 2002 when we were launching Shrek 2.
Okay.
And he was there because he was Donkey's voice. And they brought the most important donkeys around the world. The Mexican donkey, the German donkey, the Russian donkey.
The United Nation of Donkeys?
Exactly.
Okay. Sure.
So I met him there, and I was like very excited. I was like, Mr. Murphy, I'm Eugenio Derbez. I think he was like, busy and worried or whatever. But I was like very excited. I was like, Mr. Murphy, I'm Eugenio Derbez. I'm basically you in Spanish. I've dubbed Mulan, Dr. Dolittle, Shrek, everything. So I'm basically you in Spanish. And he was like,
The thumbs up and left.
That's it. That's my story with Eddie Murphy. But he's a nice guy.
Okay. At least he didn't slap you.
Exactly.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.